welcome from the trailer park. And I gotta at least say this. My face looks so grossed out because Gabe hit me with some news that is the most disturbing thing I've heard today. And that's saying something. Gabe, go ahead and just break it real quick, please. Please go ahead and get it out of the way. Oh my god.
Yeah, earlier this afternoon, judge orders Jerry Jones must take paternity test. It's been a little bit of a court saga, a court issue, but 27-year-old claiming that he is her father. Stay tuned for more updates and more.
That's just disturbing. And I'm live from the trailer park, so I don't literally live in a trailer park. I was at, you know what, guys? Look how fast things can change. I was in a grand piano mansion earlier with the background, and all of a sudden now I've been demoted. I've demoted myself to a trailer park.
Or
just-
upgraded.
I know, it's like, look how far you can fall real quick. I know it's wild, man. Life comes at you fast, and you don't stop and turn around. Sometimes you can miss it, like Ferris Bueller said. All right, so that's a paraphrase, by the way. So, with that disturbing note, not the trailer park thing, but the Jerry Jones thing, let's just go ahead and say thank you and welcome to a beautiful, beautiful day in the trailer park of the NiteCap. Yes, it's not night here in this virtual reality, but it is a beautiful day with Gabe, BT Gabe, Varsity, Josh Varsity, and I'm not saying JV, it's Josh Varsity. Varsity. That's right. You tell him, baby. Tell him, baby. And no one other than, because he's only showing his bald sexiness today because he finally shaved his head because he was ashamed to show his hairline. But now I'm happy he's doing it because it looks great. You got a very round head. His name is Vinny Pensabeni.
What is up?
Pensabeni.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
I think Tyler Owens has a point. Did you guys hear about Tyler Owens today?
Who the hell's Tyler Owens?
He's a draft prospect. He said today that he does not believe in space. I don't believe in space.
Yeah, space doesn't exist. I mean, I live in a trailer park. I don't believe in space.
This is fucking cool, man. Don't play this card, man.
No, space. Yeah, space doesn't exist, bro. Hey, space doesn't exist. We live in a world of a planetarium where it's just a pretend thing. Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest here.
Absolute nonsense to start the show.
What else do you expect?
Jerry's paternity test and then space doesn't exist.
America, we are being sarcastic, obviously. By the way, especially coming from a guy, I have to play along because I want to be sarcastic and I want to fuck with everyone as much as possible. I am an actual space nerd, sci-fi nerd, etc. Of course, I want to go into space one day, but obviously, I have to dismiss my views, my beliefs, to admit there is no such thing as space. Space doesn't exist. Me and Vinny already agree. There's no such thing as space. We just look at a painted picture like the Truman Show. That's obviously what happens.
Space is just a state of mind.
Exactly. Yeah. We just need to accept the fact that we live in the Truman Show. That's what it is.
Space is what's in between your ears.
There you go.
It's a lot of that.
There's a lot, and if you don't believe there's space, then there's probably a lot of it. There you go.
Yeah,
and it's probably a whole entire universe in between. Then the Earth is flat, and we would fall off the side of the Earth if we went too far. There be dragons there. Okay, so that's so hilarious. I love it. Like space is like an illusion. Come on. It's just a bunch of twinkly Christmas. All right, everyone, let's go ahead. You know, I think I've retired to something else at this point. Hold on a second. I think I've retired. I've gone back to I've like the Jeffersons. I'm moving on up. after that whole comment and that conversation. I'm moving on up back to the nice side here. Okay. To a penthouse apartment in the space sky. Okay, guys. So here we go. This has been a very interesting sports show. Very interesting day. NBA, NCAA. NCAA wasn't as interesting because there wasn't a lot going down like that. But NBA, everyone, give me your thoughts so far. It's still going on, but give me your thoughts. BT Gabe, what you got, bro? What you got, bro?
Victor Wembanyama, one of the great generational talents who comes along only once every 6 months, 7 months, based on how people talk about generational talents. But kidding aside, if you watch the end of that OKC game, you see two things. Kind of why the Spurs have the record that they have right now, but also why San Antonio, you can't sleep on them for too much longer. This year, maybe even into next year, but 3-4 years from now, look out.
All right, what you got, Josh? What you got? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I was just telling the guys earlier, I did have a prop bet on Wemby over 4.5 blocks and steals, so I was very happy with that. That dude is amazing. But pretty crazy. The Wizards are up on the Lakers here, going into end of the second quarter. That's pretty wild. And then, unfortunately, my Knicks got sauced again. Another day, another loss. We're all injured. But and then the Heat and Nuggets right now is a very good game. So it was a solid day. Very interesting games today, and they're still going. So
Yeah, I know. It's like Vinny P. What you got?
Well, that's the only guy who has a team that won today.
Ooh,
What you talking about?
Tell him, homie.
I'm a
Tell
Spurs
him,
fan,
homie.
my guy.
Tell him, homie.
And I need a sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Vin, but I'm a Spurs fan, and we only have like two every couple of every couple weeks at this point. So yeah,
You know,
Okay. I didn't know you were a Spurs fan.
hold up,
so I
time out.
apologize.
All right, I'm so glad I got to do this. I'm so glad that this happened. Then I will let you continue. I created the banners earlier for NCAA, and I chose Nebraska for a reason. And some asshole decided, some asshat who's wearing a hat decided not to show up for that game. The one time I write it, and I even include Nebraska, I want to just go ahead and call out Gabe over here. You ass. I actually wrote it specifically for you. I had 3 Big Ten games, 3, and you didn't even show up. I'm ashamed. I'm mad. I'm ashamed. I'm sad. I'm ashamed and I'm mad all at the same time. I just wanted you to know that.
Nebraska versus Rutgers on Sunday, Gabe.
You know, so I'm not even mad. I'm not mad.
that's a big one, Josh.
You know, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
You know what? I'd like to apologize because I cut off Vinny earlier. Vinny, what were you saying?
No. I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. That's what I wanted to say to you. Gabe.
That's my final apology.
No, you didn't even say it to me. You should apologize to me. There you go. Vin, what's up? Vinny P.
I mean, we have to talk about the Nets because they now run New York.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're the only New York team on the winning streak right now. So,
Oh man,
shout out 124 points. Feels like 190 points by how his offense has looked the last few weeks. And it helps when you're playing a Trae Young-less Hawks team.
You know,
that actually doesn't affect defensively for the Hawks.
actually, it helps them.
It actually
helps them, actually.
Sorry. Then Patty Mills list.
There you go.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's huge.
Wait,
Shout out to
Patty,
former Spur.
Patty Mills still plays?
Not anymore. He got waived.
Yeah, not now.
I didn't even
He's
know
coming home. He's coming home to San Antonio. Don't worry.
No, he's going home to Brooklyn.
No, he's going home to Australia. That's where he's going. All right, so Gabriel is absolutely on probation for 5 minutes because of that, because he hurt my feelings. That's what's happening. So Gabriel, you're yep, there you go. There you go. You're on probation. Perfect. I gave him I made it for him. He didn't even go. 5 minutes. That's where you get. That's where you get, bro. Okay. Yo, Vars. That's all right. You know what? I'm making an exception. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. Gabe, you're back in. I'm sorry. You've suffered enough. You're okay. I'm still disappointed at you. I'm still disappointed, but I'm all right with it. We'll survive. We'll survive.
Shout out Isaiah Collier, 14 points at halftime.
Yeah. All right, Gabe. Gabe, you've served your time out. You served it. All right. So here's what the truth is. Let's go over our picks today that we've done. All right. We all had a say. And Vin also, even if he wasn't in the show necessarily all the time, he was there. Here's the things that one I was right about and I was wrong about, and y'all were right about and you were wrong about. So let's go ahead and go all this. We're not talking about cashing checks with Apex. We're talking about just everything that we did. My red hat guy. Where's my red hat guy?
Shout out to that dude.
No, because he was in timeout. He was in timeout. That's why. He was in timeout. He wasn't there for the Nebraska thing. I made something. It was, you had one job. No, you had more than one job. All right, here's the thing. The Knicks and Warriors. I want to make sure everyone knows I got so much flack earlier. This guy called the Warriors. However, this guy also made some mistakes. Actually, we all made mistakes. The Hornets covered. The Hornets covered against the Bucks. The Hornets covered against the Bucks. You can laugh, but it's true. I said no. I didn't hear what you said.
No, he was. I said I was perfect today because I didn't. I was on any bench.
He was undefeated, unvictorious, undefeated. He was.
What was the spread for Hornets Bucks?
14.
Okay, so yeah,
ESPN has it at minus 11.5.
Oh, the last time we checked it, it was at 14.
That should change at the last minute.
Apparently, they lost by 12. So actually, yeah, they lost by 12.
They feared the deer.
Well, either way, Hornets covered.
Wait, I was going to say, E-Rock, do you view this game as a win for the Hornets?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Moral victory? No? Okay.
No, neither.
I was just wondering.
I'm just saying we were wrong. I'm just saying we were wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no, I just meant for your team. Like, are you happy with how they played tonight?
No, I never expected us to win this game. It's a terrible matchup for us.
Yeah, like, within that score margin, can't be too upset.
Oh, and a loss is a loss. I'm not happy about it. I mean, I was
covered. I called that.
I was exactly
covered. Exactly, Josh.
I was getting there. I'm glad.
And yeah, because I was getting cooked for that low key, and I called it.
All right, Thunder and Spurs. The Thunder Spurs. The Thunder Spurs. The Thunderous Spurs. Yeah, we all fucked up on that. Let's be real.
Did anyone call this?
I don't think anyone could have called this.
Which was the Thunder and Spurs? I called it.
No, you did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were. Yeah, but he wasn't around to say it. He's saying it because he said it under his breath when we were not. When he was not. Yeah. So no.
I'll allow it.
We'll allow it. Okay, we made a ruling. We allow it. Vinny, you got it. You get the win. Here you go.
Shout out Julian Champagne.
Hawks and Nets. Man, I did call the Nets winning. Didn't think it'd be by this much. I did not think it'd be by this much.
There's one thing to believe in this world. Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie, offensive genius.
Well, I did.
Coach.
I called it, but I did not expect it to be by that much. That is what.
Yeah, that was surprising.
That was, and I think it was a Nets plus 1, if I'm not mistaken, 1.5.
Yeah, it was like basically a pick 'em.
It was like
the spread was really low. Yeah.
So technically, I succeeded with that, and one other person did. I can't remember who, but here's the other one though: Magic and Jazz. Now this was intriguing. It was a 7.5. The game came out to be exactly 8. I took the Magic.
covered.
I took the Magic and I took the alternate spread. Now that did not cover, obviously.
I took the Jazz covering. I think I just missed it. Right?
You
No,
sure
you got
did,
it.
Josh.
No, you won it.
sure did.
Josh,
I won
Josh, you won it. Yeah, 7.5, and
Oh
it was
my
7.
God.
The finishing line was 7.5.
Yeah, but they won by
They
8.
won by 8.
They won by 8.
They won by 8. And he
So I
took-
missed it.
Oh, you said the Jazz.
I was going to say the Jazz.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. It's my fault. Sorry.
Oh,
Damn, yeah,
Sorry, you're a big loser.
You just
Yeah.
no, you're not. That was
You're
a big.
you're a loser, and your family should disown you, Josh.
It's not the first time someone said that to me. I'm used to it.
Not the last either, right?
Don't worry. I'm 33. Trust me, you get used to it. I promise you.
Yeah, you fit right in here with this group, Josh.
You get used to it. Now we still got 2 games going on here. Now here's the surprising thing going on. We both already kind of we got one more to do. I'm sorry. Rockets and Suns. I got. You sure? You lied?
Yeah.
You sure? I don't believe you. No,
I said Rockets covered.
no,
Did they cover?
No, I'm just messing with you. No, I'm not sure. I don't remember I think they did. I think the Rockets covered. Suns won by 5. I think
Rockets covered. It was 8.5.
I think it was 7.
I got that.
Was it 7.5? Was the spread? Now here's what.
Why are we acting like we don't have the banners?
Right here, 8.5.
Oh, I do have the banners. Oh, fuck. I know I made the banners. I should know that. No, I made the college banners. I didn't make the NBA banners. So,
It closed at -8.5.
okay.
That's
All right.
off.
Fair enough. All right. So 8.5. Yeah.
You guys
so,
are going to talk about Devin Booker and
yeah,
Cam Whitmore?
I picked Devin Booker as my shot.
talking about the fight.
Oh, I didn't watch the show. I was about to say I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch the game, truthfully.
Yeah, they got into it a little bit.
Yeah, I'd take Devin Booker on this.
Everybody's just a little angry the last few weeks
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Devin Booker's soft as homemade.
We just need everybody to hug it out. We just need an NBA hug circle.
Devin Booker's as soft as fresh made cookies, dude. I don't know.
Dude, freaking Jalen Green went off though. Damn. That would've been sick.
I didn't know if he was gonna play. That was my pick though. Hey, that was my pick. There you go.
Yeah.
Devin Booker was my other.
I want to
pick.
give a shout out to Big Ten Gabriel, who said Devin Booker under 27.5. So
Who's that?
that was another good one.
Who's that guy?
Under 27.5 rebounds. You got that. Don't worry.
Wait. Who said? Wait, who's that guy that you just said? Who called that? Who was that?
I don't know.
Somebody apparently called Suns -13.5. I don't know who did that, but
Some jackass. I don't know. Some jackass. As far as Jalen Smith Jr. is, by the way, who you're talking about. That's who. Not Jalen Green. Jalen Green didn't go off. Just
Jalen Green did go off.
now Sangun. No. I know. I'm doing the dusty one. Sangun. So Sangun did.
He called that because he was talking mad shit about Sengun.
I know, right? Remember, it's like Sangun in English. No, he knew we were going to call him on it. We couldn't help it. And Van Fleet did a good job this game. I did not call my shot. I did not think he was going to do that well. So I'll have to give props where props are due.
wow. Hold on. We got a smart comment coming in. Let's make it playoffs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait.
Get some good odds on that.
Wait. Wait, one question. Playoffs? Playoffs?
Wow.
Is this
Some pretty good odds
the
on that.
season high point total for the Nets today? Vin?
Playoffs?
I don't think it's season high. I think they've had to have something bigger than 127. I'll check.
It was 124.
124. Sorry. Actually, because
Pistons are in
I
the
did the
league,
math
Josh.
and they averaged 127. Yeah, they beat the Lakers at the beginning of the year, 130.
The Mavs are also in the league.
Oh, and they
I don't know
beat the
if you knew
Jazz.
that.
They had 147 against the Jazz.
let's go ahead and let's just dive into a couple of other picks that we have. We're going to player props in this or in bets and such.
Good comment though. Good comment.
Very, very true. Very true. All right.
Oh, hold on. We
Charles!
got a real comment.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, what up, homie?
Have a good night, my guy.
Oh man. Hey, I will
Appreciate it, Charles.
Give me a plane ticket. I'll give you a plane ticket. I'll go take my place where you are, and you can do the same. I got you, bro. I got you. It's
Decent guidance, Charles.
an adult exchange program.
This is powerful.
This is powerful indeed. That's
I'm
right.
feeling the power.
Feel the power.
No one man should have all this power.
Knowledge and cockiness is power. See, look, I'm sitting in a mansion, obviously, with my grand piano. All right. Here's what we got to talk about with this, though. The picks. The Warriors, I thought, would be whooping that tail tonight. I had to think so. Because without Obi, without the perimeter defense, they're susceptible. Having Hartenstein, it was more important for them to have the perimeter defense than the interior defense tonight. And what I said stood true. And I'm not just saying that to be like cocky or anything like that, but it's just a fact. And I feel for them. I do. I feel for the Knicks. I really want them to do well. But it's just, it's harsh, man. It's harsh. So I guess since we have a Knicks fan and we have a Nets fan, and ironically I forget you're a Spurs fan. I always forget that. Give me some ideas about the Knicks. Give me something about the Knicks. Yeah, stop rubbing it in. Stop rubbing it in, bro.
Can I just say, I just love when he gives us the weather reports from where he's at. It's
He's going to fuck with me at this point. That's what
I love it.
And then
you ass.
He just complimented us.
Charles,
Nice.
no, I am. Charles, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Thank you, Charles. Appreciation.
Charles, I still hate you for saying it, though, because it makes me sad. No one understands.
Charles, I appreciate you appreciating us.
And I
appreciate that, Ben.
I appreciate the Caribbean so much. Oh, it hurts me. That hurts me. All right. So let's go with the Knicks before Charles makes me sadder.
The question was, how do we stop losing? Was the question?
Good question.
It stopped the bleeding while the injuries are still happening. How do you do that?
Get healthy.
I don't think there's a magic way. I don't think it exists. I mean, it's not like we're losing every game.
No lineup changes. Nothing.
Well, I mean, Tibbs can mess with certain rotational pieces and maybe give other guys more playing time. That's kind of what happened with Miles McBride this season. He kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know, though, if we have any more tricks left up that kind of bag, though, at this point. I think the one change I'd like to see is stop abusing minutes with, like, Jalen Brunson and those guys. They play 40-plus every night.
Did you see how many Brunson played tonight?
No, I didn't see how many.
47.
Mm-hmm.
47?
That was hard.
That's ridiculous.
You're right. That was hard. I don't know how to read.
But he still played really well. But Brunson still played really well.
Brunson only played 37.
He only played 37, but still.
I would like to see Tibbs. I would like to see Tibbs holding. Oh. Okay, just cut out. Okay, I like to see Tibbs hold the guys, less than like 42 minutes a game. That'd be great.
Stop wearing him. You're saying stop wearing him into the ground, essentially.
Yeah, because that's what he does. That's part of the reason I think we have these issues. It's not all his fault, but he just has a terrible habit of running these guys into the ground, and then I don't want them all to be hurt for the playoffs. So I think that's really all we can do right now is just keep everybody as fresh as possible, keep rotating, really use the back of the roster right now. That's what we need to do.
That's
And
fair.
I know he's trying to win, but we also can't sacrifice, winning a game in February for freaking destroying the season.
No,
So.
it's a very fair take. I appreciate that. Vinny, you're a Nets fan, so you're not too far away from the Manhattan Island. Why don't you give me your take on such a thing?
On the Knicks,
Yes, the Knicks.
I mean, I think they're.
Knickerbockers.
I think they're fine. I mean, it's just they have to get healthy. They're going to be a top 6 seed. I don't think they're falling into the play-in, but they're going to have to just get a couple wins and just keep on moving and just hope that Randall comes back. Hope that Mitchell Robinson comes back. I believe he's supposed to come back later in the year, even though, yeah. I just think they have to get healthy, and this is a chance for some other guys to step up. I mean, tonight you can't have Precious Achua have 3 points.
Right.
You can't have Precious Achua and Hartenstein get outscored by Moses Moody and Podzemski.
Yeah.
That's fair. Hey, Gabe, put a bow on this because I really don't have any thoughts on this. I mean, I have like a very brief one, but I think it's been a lot has been covered. Gabe, why don't you give me a good, strong wrap up to this sucker?
No, I think the Knicks are going to be fine. It's the regular season and they're down some key starters, so they're basically, they're figuring things out with this new rotation, but I think they're going to be fine. They're going to be in the finals with the Cavs, so I really don't see what the issue is. But one area of concern, Bogdanovich. I mean, if you're gonna shoot that many times, if you're gonna go 0 for 7 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, probably not gonna help you. He gets around 20 minutes a game, and defensively, they need to figure out ways to, I think, cover for him there more and just get him more open looks so he's not having to work for his shots. If they can do that, I think.
Yeah,
please,
when it comes to Bogey, I was watching the game and he was taking some wild ass shots. Like he needs to stop doing that. It was like legit, like fade away contested threes. And I was like, I know you can shoot, but that's something I totally forgot about. If he will stop doing that and just shoot when he's open, that'll help a lot because we can't afford to be messing around with that kind of shit when we don't have any of our guys in the line.
And that's my beef with Boston, by the way. And that's actually I didn't have anything else to say about that. It's not like Boston takes too many trays, and people say like, but that's how. I'm like, no, when playoff time comes, I don't trust Boston because they're so dependent on the perimeter. And when playoff time comes, we've been talking about all day. I know you're shaking your head, I get, but it's going to become more interior dependent than it is outside exterior. Like
I was with you like up until last year, but this year's Celtics look kind of different.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on this.
It's fool's gold, Josh.
You don't believe in the
Celtics? See, I can't believe me and Gabe are actually agreeing on this. It's
this is how you know we're on the something.
Because me and him were like, no, Celtics. I don't trust the Celtics as far as I could actually push Chris Schnapps. All right, so
yeah.
I can't trust them. I cannot don't trust them. Can't trust.
Yeah, Josh, how are the Celtics making it to the finals if it's Cavs Knicks? I don't see how that's possible.
Well, a Cavs Knicks finals. You see, the issue with that is there's 2 Eastern Conference opponents. Now that would have
Cavs Knicks out of the East. Yeah, dope. And I've been done saying that.
It would take some really interesting developments for 2 East teams to make the finals.
No, y'all keep going. No, y'all keep going. Keep going on this. I'm actually enjoying this.
I'm going to go through this screen and strangle someone in about 3 seconds.
Yo, I love it. Josh, continue on this. Like, what? I don't trust the Celtics either. I don't trust the C's. I don't think, and I have, who was the one saying, I can't remember who it was, but it said like,
what?
Was it you? Is they saying like, oh, is it not success? I think it was you, Gabe. It was like, is it not a successful season if they made it to the finals or something like that? And I said,
no, that wasn't me. I promise you.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm off on the Celtics. How could it have been me?
Oh, okay. My bad. Either way, either way, someone's like, it was Dre. I said, what do you mean, how is it not successful? Because they didn't win it. and they're expected to win it every year. The Knicks, I feel like they can't close the Celtics, but y'all continue. Like,
Wait, you said the Celtics can't close?
They can't close. They cannot close. They cannot close.
I mean,
playoffs in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Okay.
Playoffs. In the playoffs.
So here's the thing. This year's Celtics team. I'm not a freaking Celtics fan, but this year's team is obviously different than like. I mean, come on.
I'm a Celtics fan.
Why? Why is it different? Why is it different?
Why?
Is it different?
No, it is different. I mean, Drew Holiday on the
Eric,
perimeter.
come on.
Why is
This year's Celtics team is clearly superior than the other freaking years with Jason Tatum.
It is.
Gabe, take over. Take over for me.
My guy. A nickel for a year for every time I've heard this, my guy. I would have up to 20 cents for each year that we've been saying this about this exact same nucleus.
Dude, this team is literally, it's not the same nucleus. They have Porzingis and Drew.
How is not the same nucleus?
Yeah, but my guy, we all know it's Brown and Tatum at the top, and like, I think those two, they can't be your best player on a championship team.
Oh, no,
Jason Tatum can't be the best player on a championship team.
No,
I think he can. I think he could be. He could be the best if you have a really good number two, and they do have a good number two. So
I don't like them as a combination either, but I think their current roster, it complements it well. Now with Porzingis and Drew, those are good additions.
So you replaced an injury-prone center with another injury-prone center.
You're literally cooking the whole league. Like, what do you want from me?
What's centers dominating that win champion?
I'm not making this shit
championship contender.
If Porzingis lasts, I will be amazed. I'll give you the 20 cents I made for all those nickels I've gotten over the years.
I know Porzingis is like made of glass, but he's been all right.
I love how I can't believe me and Gabe are like the ones that are on this. This is so funny.
It never happens. It never happens.
I mean, he's been healthy this year. He's played 43 games.
Exactly, Vin.
Exactly.
I have no faith in Kristaps Porzingis. Chris Schnapps.
Why do you have no faith if he's been cooking everybody? I don't understand.
Because he ain't gonna make it to playoff time. Like, wait, what did you? What was that question?
Yeah, what?
Wait, what? What was that?
Are you okay, Josh?
No, I said why do you have no faith in Kristaps if he's been cooking everybody?
No, we're not denying that.
Gabe, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, sorry, Yurok. I'll let you take the next one. Yeah, we're not denying that he's playing well and that he's fitting in with the Celtics team. We're saying because he's been healthy all year, now it's a guarantee that he's going to be out.
Conclusion, he's going to get hurt.
Oh, 100%. Him being healthy counts against him in this case, in my opinion. If the injury had happened in week one, you would have been all set.
What do you mean he's been healthy? He's gotten out for the most ridiculous, absurd injuries. Have you seen his sore shin?
I'm not denying he has a terrible history.
Sore. What?
Yeah, well, that's NBA at this era. It's just
doesn't mean it's right. Stop it! Don't even.
Oh, I forgot. There's never any injury reports that are stupid as hell.
I didn't say they were good. I just said, stop it. But he's different. It's not the same.
No, I mean you're picking on the tall white guy.
This is like this is like
they suffered enough.
The tall white guy argument. That's true. That's fair. No, this is like the oh dear God. Oh damn, now I can't even remember his name. Oh, I'm not even try without doing it. No, it's the damn dude off of who I always mess around with on the Nets or whatever.
Dude, the freaking Wizards are playing tough here.
You know what I'm talking about. The guy who was on the Sixers on the Nets.
No, we don't. James Harden.
James Harden. Yeah, that's it. Okay. You know what I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about. Either way, it's like, oh man, I got a hurt toe. Oh wait, my toe. Oh, never mind. It's like, my toe.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Sorry.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
He knows exactly.
We don't want to get into this argument again. This is the same argument that we go through every time.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
He's talking about Ben Simmons.
Thank you. God, I had a brain fart. Sorry. Brain
Oh,
fart.
that's. I was thinking of like in the 70s and 80s, like who played for those two teams who was injury prone. My bad.
No, I'll say it's like Ben Simmons. Like, he's like, what did Dusty say to me today? He's like, he's a game time decision. And I said,
Yeah,
yeah, he was a game time decision last game. Did he play?
but no.
No, he said,
No, that was a good one. That was a good point,
and I
Eva.
said, like, oh, my toe. Ow, oh, oh, my damn toe.
But not.
No, but it's just like a similar thing. No, don't even. Don't even.
No, just for me, Josh and Ben, just the Celtics have lost any benefit of the doubt. For me, they have to just show it until I believe it. That's just where I am with this Celtics team, with any Celtics team.
I'm the
No,
same way.
I understand it. I
they
just think that there's not really a lot of contending teams in the East that I believe in. I think it's them, and then maybe Milwaukee. I'm not as high on the Knicks as everybody else is. I think the Knicks are going to make a second round. I don't think they're going to make the third round. But I think the top four is Boston, Milwaukee. I mean, Philly if they're healthy, but I'm not counting them until we see Embiid back. So Cavs and Knicks, and then the order you want. But I think Boston has to have the upper hand out of everybody. They have the health. They have They have a 6-man rotation essentially. That's quality players.
Absolutely. And Josh, I'll let you get the wrap up on this topic, especially as a Knicks fan, the Eastern man at this point. I will say this before I hand it off to you. Everything Ben just said is 100% true. In all seriousness, the Celtics have the best roster in the East. I'm not going to say the league. I still think Denver has the best roster in the league, to me personally. But I don't think a lot of people. I think that could get.
I agree with that. I like
No, yeah. Even with that, it's like. But if the Knicks, I think the Knicks are their serious contenders, and the Bucks are serious contenders, depending on who's on the court, and assuming that the Bucks can keep gelling. Like they keep doing like Dr. Scholl's gelling over here, but like gelling like Magellan. But there's no doubt Boston is the best team in the East,
right?
In theory. But so I'll let you put a bow on it. Let's hear it, baby. Let's hear it, baby.
Well, what you just said about Milwaukee, their Doc Rivers situation is extremely sketchy to me. So I'm not big believers in them. I'm kind of like how you guys are with the Celtics with the Bucks. But yeah, I think with the Celtics, I think the problem in previous years was that Tatum and Brown kind of were like they had the same play style and they didn't really complement each other. And then on top of that, the rest of the team didn't really do enough to make up for that. But now I feel like they have the perfect pieces to deal with that Tatum Brown weirdness.
Yeah.
I mean, with Porzingis, he can score on any level, and he's a presence inside. And then you got Holiday, a defense on the outside. Obviously, they had Marcus Smart before, but he was kind of like, I don't know. He was fine, but he wasn't really that big of a threat in terms of really being a major piece. I think Holiday still got it. So
I think that is a fair point. In fact, honestly, I would make the case that Holiday is better for the team than Smart was.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I agree with you. I think I think that was one of the bigger. I'm glad that the Bucks needed to get an offensive spark.
Right.
At the same time, they lost a really big piece defensively.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because Smart, he wasn't that great on offense for the Celtics, and Holiday is good on defense and offense. And
that's not true. Marcus Smart was the best flopper in. Let's be fair.
He was an elite flopper. Yeah,
he was the elite. He was the elite of the elite of blocking.
Marcus Smart was kind of like their Draymond kind of, but.
I don't know about Draymond. Draymond's good, but Draymond's more about hitting instead of flopping.
No. I mean it just in terms of being like the defensive dirty work guy.
Oh! I get what you're saying. Sorry, I think we're talking about flopping still.
Yeah,
right. Let's take a quick fun lap here. We talked about this before. We're gonna say this now. Let me go ahead and ask you. It's so funny you said that. because we're gonna do like a shacking a fool kind of thing. Give me your top 3 because we can't. I'm not gonna show the videos. I'm not bringing it up because we can do it. Give me your top 3 floppers, starting with 3, 2, 1 in the NBA, and I'll start with whoever wants to start. There you go. Unless you want me to start, I can do it. But I don't want to give you all ideas. That's why. And they don't have to be playing at the moment. Like they can be injured, but you know what I mean? Like they're in the NBA.
Okay.
And whoever wants to start can start whenever. That's fine. In the meantime, I'm checking the score of the Lakers. Oh, there we go. They're really effing up right now. Dear God. I stumped y'all so much on this one. It was like Vinny.
No, it's
Vinny. Vinny doesn't even look like he's phased. He's just like, yeah. He's just bragging. He's just bragging because he's got a really well-rounded head and he's shaved. So it looks like really, I'm jealous of Vin right now. Vinny P is got a very good-looking shaved head right now. I'm jealous of you. It's not fair. Damn you, Vincent. Damn you.
Okay, I'll give you the top 3.
All right, let's do it right now. Start with 3 and go to 1. Let's get some drama.
Number 3 will go Marcus Smart.
Okay. All right, you got to give a reason why you're doing it. Come on, say it.
Because he flops every fucking second.
Good reason.
Good reason.
This guy right here, I don't know.
Number 2, the originator, we had to go with LeBron.
Ooh, compared to him, man.
And number 1, James Harden.
It's not bad. It's not a bad list. Not a bad list. All right. Who wants to go?
I was going to include James Harden in mine too.
No, you can piggyback. It's okay.
No, you can't. Get your own guy.
He's off the draft board.
Marcus Smart should be on everyone's list.
No,
it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. If Lance Stevenson still played, we'd probably put him on there too. Okay. You got it. Josh, go next. Go next, varsity. There you go.
So. You know who was kind of an underrated flopper that I was just thinking about? Trae Young. He's a bit of a flopper.
That's true. That's
good. Oh, Josh.
That's good. See, you asked him to get original, Vinny. There you go. He got original.
I mean, it's so easy for him to sell it because he's so small and he can just act like he's dead every time he gets breathed on. James Harden. I mean, sorry, Draymond also flops as well as hits other people. So Draymond's like a next level flopper because he's like a gaslighter. He's like he acts like the victim and then he also like destroys other people. So I'll go with Draymond. And then I can go with Joel Embiid as well. He's a bit of a whip sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Glad you said that as I wrote that in the private chat for you.
I swear to God, I didn't see it before.
There you go. Trae Young, Atlanta Hawks. See, there you go. The Bahamas agrees with you. The country of the Bahamas agrees with you, apparently. So
I mean, Joel Embiid he rolls all over the floor.
Yeah, I mean, every time he falls, he acts like he's like got shot.
I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans, but there was a match. There was a match back in the day. I think it was SummerSlam 06. It was Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. And it's just the whole match of Shawn Michaels just overselling, and it's like he flops like a fish for 15 minutes.
Wait,
that's exactly that's Joel Embiid.
Is it better than the Rock's Stone Cold Stunner reaction?
Yes, it is. I'll have to find you guys the highlights.
The Rock Stone Cold Stunner reaction is the best Stone Cold Stunner reaction ever. He's like, blah, blah. He rolls 50 times. I got to give Dwayne The Rock Johnson credit for that.
I didn't know Shawn Michaels was that old to be facing Hogan.
Hogan came back when he was It was
Gabe,
like
Gabe,
Hogan's like
you're
old
next.
as hell.
You're next, baby. You're next. What's up?
I
What's
got
up? Give me
you.
your list. Give me your list. Let's do it.
So I wrote mine down, so you can't go bogusness. James Harden was an obvious pick. That was an obvious pick. We all knew that. I mean, every time it pisses me off because he gets that stupid call.
Wait, what was that one more time? What was that?
Oh, I got you.
That's good.
We all know my stance on officiating and anticipating calls, and I don't know how that continues. But anyway, number 2, I also had Draymond Green. Not only does he flops, he flails, he punches, and as soon as he got back tonight, what's the first thing to do on the highlight reel? We see him already knocking down. It looks like Dante DiVincenzo coming straight down on his face. Zero body control, that man. Zero body control. And then at number 1 for me, a little bit of a sleeper, I think. And this might I hope to hear what Charles has to say, although he agrees with you there, E-Rock.
Leave that with Terry.
Luka Doncic, not as much a flopper, maybe, but complains after every call, after the slightest, even non-contact, and it's always the same. Like, get back on defense, my guy. You give up 140 a night.
He's right.
So there's my list of greatest floppers.
That's a great. I'm so glad someone said that. Okay, because I am going to piggyback. Technically, I have one that y'all didn't mention, so at least mine isn't totally unoriginal. That was great. I'm so glad someone said Luke.
That is funny.
All right, that's true.
He
And
plays no defense. He stays on the offensive end of the
because
court.
it's like
that man's a cherry picker.
remember the Family Guy line is like waving arm, inflatable, waving.
Yes. Yes.
That's what it is. That's Luke. It's like with my green screen behind me. It looks like I have like wire arms. All right, there. But he's right though. He's right. Okay, number 3. I'm glad you said it. Luka is definitely number 3. It's just ridiculous. Get back on defense. He said it. Get off my lawn, kid. Get off my lawn. All right. And secondly, or get back on someone else's lawn. Go back to their lawn.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
Go get off my lawn and go to their lawn. All right. The other one has to be God. It's such a tie. Uh-oh. It has to be a tie. Oh, I guess I have to go with. All right, I'm gonna give you all a vote because I know who my number 1's gonna be. So I'm gonna give you all a vote.
Give a vote, Charles.
All right, here it is. Did I go with LeBron or should I go with Marcus Smart as number 2?
I think LeBron's flopping hasn't been as bad as it used to be. I think.
No, it's just the originator.
So we got Smart 1, we got 2. Okay, what do you got, Gabe? Just break it anyway.
2. Smart.
Well, I know. I mean, it's 2, but either way, I was like, give me your.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was.
No, I get it. Keep going. Which one?
Either way. I think Smart.
Yeah, I got to. All right. In that case, Smart. It's a very close one, but Smart's going to be number 2. Number 1, we're all forgetting because he's still in the league. Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. I know you're going to be at this. I know you're going to be at my. I know you're my boss, technically. There you go. See, thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Sorry, Charles. Chris. It's you will admit this, Mr. Christopher Paul. You are absolutely the flopping king of the world over your career. So don't hold it against me with the refs this weekend when I'm playing against the teams. So
wait, you said Chris Paul's your boss?
I coach in his league.
Right. I was like,
he's technically my boss. Like, don't hold it against me. I'm sorry, Chris, but you are.
You guys are on first name basis.
You'll be like, yo, make that team lose.
I'm trying to be nice on a first name basis. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Christopher, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Paul.
I'm sorry, Mr. Paul. I'm sorry. But you are my number 1 flopper of the NBA because you're still in it. What do y'all think of the millennium? I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that.
You contractually can't say it.
I'm contractually not allowed to say it. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that?
I mean, Charles agreed with you. Look at this.
What do y'all think? Yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do you think?
You
Yeah, I mean-
you had Smart, CP3, and who? LeBron.
I had number 3 being now I forgot who my 3 was. Who was my 3?
Was it Harden?
You don't even know your list.
Well, because now I'm scared because I don't want Chris to listen to this and be upset at me. And even I don't think he will, but in case. No, it was number 1, Chris Paul. Number 2, Marcus Smart. Number 3. Damn it! Now who the hell was number 3? I can't remember now. See, now I can't remember.
This is on YouTube. We'll run it back.
Yeah, we'll run it back. It's all right.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Chris Paul? Everyone forgot about Chris Paul. Everyone forgot about him. He was the dude. He was the flopping of like flopping before flopping was flopping more flopping. It's a flopper. And Chris knows it. Chris Paul, Mr. Paul, you know it too. You know it. You know you flop. All right, let's go. Although I would put LeBron very close as an honorable mention. Trae Young is pretty good too. Well, he's also made of paper, so he flies anyway.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, he's definitely a flopper, but it's also like he is like 40 pounds.
Oh, Luka. Luka was my 3. Luka was 3. That's who I
Gosh,
had.
you sure was.
Sorry. Because Luka's actually girthy. He's girthy. And he just like does this. I remember like waving on the table, waving too, man. There, that's what he does. It's just literally it's what he does. He whines and bitches and moans. He doesn't get back on defense. Well, he doesn't play defense anyway, but God, that guy can shoot though. And he can ball. I'll see his game yesterday on his 30th birthday. Christ in heaven.
Luka, yeah, went off.
Dear God. He was the only 30-year-old player on his birthday. This is a random stat. Only player on his 30th birthday to get a triple-double.
Who?
Luka.
That'd be hard because he's 25.
All right, fine. His birthday. Fine. On his birthday.
Oh, man, that was cruel.
No. He had 30 points. My bad. So on his birthday, he's the only one to have a 30-point triple-double. There you go. Thank you for correcting me. I apologize.
Oh, Finn.
That was brutal.
Vin's right. Vin's 100% right. I apologize.
Yeah, but the setup.
I know he just it was just the way he like reels you in. Like,
I apologize, and I appreciate the fact check. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate the fact check. Thank you.
Well played, sir. Well
played and well spotted. Thank you. Now I'm going to go back and play my grand piano in a second. My virtual.
There you go.
There we go. All right, let's move forward. We got a little bit more to cover, and that's it, and we'll call it a night. How about that? Today is a very, very interesting day. Combine is officially kind of started-ish. I mean, that means negotiations are going to happen. Things are going to happen. There's just 3 people that I guess people are only focusing on, and it's going to consume the airwaves. And that's Justin Fields. That is for some reason Russell Wilson for some weird reason. And it is obviously the top 3 quarterbacks. So I'll ask this question before we do a quick little fun thing and then wrap it up like a prom night. I want to ask you, let's just skip straight to it. Who do you think is the best and why of the prospects of the top 3 quarterbacks? And I want to know your reasoning. I'll let whoever wants to start first.
I can go first. It's Caleb because he's the only one to have trophies.
That's not true. Jalen Daniels has a trophy.
I didn't know if you were counting Jalen Daniels as your 3.
Jalen, who else would I be then? Jalen Daniels.
Penix.
Okay. All right, fine.
Oh, no.
Fine. Drake, the top 3 prospects. North Carolina's Drake May. Go Tar Heels. Caleb Williams, obviously, and Jalen Williams. That's the top 3. Those are the top 3 projected in everything. So.
I think Caleb Williams because he has the most talent and he is the better quarterback in a pro system.
Why do you think that though? That's my point. Everyone says that, but I want to know why you think he's best in a pro system.
So just the way he plays, just it translates from college to the NFL. Seems like Lincoln Riley runs more of a NFL style offense.
Okay, I mean, all right. Gabe, you want to go next, and then we'll wrap with Josh on this one on varsity.
Sure.
Oh, sure, do it. Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. So
No, I like it. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't. I wasn't even going for that. It was just me saying sure. But anyway, I see it the exact opposite as Vin. I think Drake May over Caleb Williams. With Caleb Williams, we saw what happens when he doesn't have a stacked overall roster this year with USC, and I didn't like how in my opinion, he's too happy to scramble with his feet and get outside the pocket and over rely on that. I see his comp right now being a Josh Allen who famously pitched it back 50 yards against the Indianapolis Colts in a playoff game. And Drake May, I think, actually has the better build and better pocket presence overall.
I think that is very fair. And what do you think? Just to include the other one, Jalen Daniels, where do you see him fitting into the mix? Let's say that, not just to keep it like,
Yeah. I think he's another. Again, they're only going to be 2 or 3 max quarterbacks that make it. I don't see Jaden Daniels being one. I think he runs around too much as well, in my opinion.
That's fair. All right, varsity.
I disagree with Jaden running around too much. I think that it's the kind of thing that a lot of people said the same thing about Lamar coming out of Louisville. He's not a real quarterback. He's a running back. He's not legit. Can't throw the ball. Now he wants to MVP. So and back then Josh Rosen was the perfect pocket passer. It's like Peyton Manning, perfect mechanics, and now he's somewhere over the rainbow. We don't even know where he is. So, I like that. I mean, I like Jaden Daniels more than Drake May, but Caleb is my number one because I think he's kind of like a mixture of everybody. He has a little bit of everything in his bag. He's mobile, like Vin said, he can run a pro style offense, which helps a lot. He can make any throw. When you look at it, Caleb's tape, I see why he's such a big prospect. There's basically nothing he can't do. The only issue I have with Caleb is that he's had a bit of an attitude issue. I remember that whole thing where he was like, "Oh, I want to stake in my NFL team." I'm like, "Bro, shut up."
No, I get
that just kind of pissed me off. But in terms of on the field, I don't really see any weakness in Caleb's game like that. Unless you guys do, I would be curious. But I would go with Caleb 1, Drake, Daniels 2, Drake May 3.
I think
out of those 3 guys, because I actually like Penix a little bit more than Drake May too. I'm kind of low on Drake May.
Really? Okay.
I think Drake May took a step back this year in my eyes.
It's just physical upside to me. I don't really go off of just stats or whatever or college awards and shit. Because it's a whole game.
I respect I respect every single one of y'all's opinion on that. And I know everyone's going to sound like they're going to think I'm biased. I do have a little bit of experience on this because of last year in the draft as a there you go. I'm not even going to say it out loud. That's the reason why we don't have the number 1 pick this year. I'll say this. I really you're going to find fault with any part of any player's game. Caleb Williams is going to have very impetuous and irresponsible plays where he tries to make too much out of nothing. He's also not as NFL body style ready. The same goes with Jalen Daniels, but he's way more upside because he had the most ridiculous year I probably have ever seen next to Joe Burrow. Ironically, because they played for the same team. Drake May, people say he took a step back. He also had a different offensive coordinator this year. And he lost Josh Downs, who is the leading receiver for the Indianapolis Colts this year. next to Michael Pittman Jr. It's not like that's something easy to replace, but he also has 63 touchdowns with, was it 16 interceptions or something like that? He's accounted for the most touchdowns total rushing, and he's for 2 years he's recorded over 1,500 yards. You know how much that Caleb Williams has recorded? 500-ish. So, I mean, and Drake May is 6'5", 230 pounds. Josh Allen is about the same size, but 6'7", 235, 240 pounds. And Drake May has the better arm strength. So, taking that all into account, I think that this goes into last year. It's like, do you want to miss out on a Bryce Young and not take CJ Stroud? And I'm not saying Bryce Young is not done yet. Bryce Young had an impossible situation. He still has an impossible. He has to get an offensive line. CJ Stroud would have had the same season with the offensive line that he's had, or Bryce Young's had. So I'm not done with it. But at the same time, you gotta take into account all of those kind of things. You're never going the last number one pick that turned out to be a home run first year, Joe Burrow. And that's a rare talent. And people said him coming into the draft because he had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. So look how that turned out. So I think you're right. I think everyone's got a great point on this. I love Jalen Daniels. I personally think the one that's going to turn out the best is Drake May, but I think you have to take – truthfully, I would keep Justin Fields and trade back, but I know that's not going to happen because of the contract situation. So I would trade but if you're going to do that, I would trade Justin Fields, take Caleb Williams, because if you don't take him, unless you feel totally strong otherwise, then yeah, you'd be a fool not to. Caleb Williams is very talented. Don't get it twisted. He's very talented. They're all talented. All three of them are extreme. This is the best quarterback class, including Penix, Bo Nix, everyone. I don't like J.J. McCarthy. I don't trust him.
I don't either, man. I don't get
He
why
can't
he's
even
like
complete a
mocking
pass in the hallway. Did you see that video?
No, what?
No, what?
He was throwing it in the at the scouting combine, like in the what was it, in the hotel?
Oh yeah.
And he overthrew the receiver.
In the hotel.
Yeah, like inside, like
Oh,
the ball area.
you know, he reminds me of. He reminds me of Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Jones.
I was gonna say, or like even
Mac
AJ McCarron too.
He does. He reminds me of Mac Jones.
Wait, how?
Well, Mac Jones wasn't as mobile, but he reminds me of him as saying like he's undersized, he's in a great system, and
Okay.
Yeah, it's entirely the situation he's in. I don't see anything that sticks out.
I don't see how it's just if you draft him at 9,
Oh my
you're
God.
a fool. You're a fool.
No, the only reason
He's been mocked like top 8. Like
I know, no, they have him at 12.
That's
the last time I
ridiculous.
checked. They have him at 12. Mel Kiper does, but you're a fucking fool if you take it. I would take Bo Nix before him.
yeah, I agree.
No, when you said that, E-Rock, I was like, are you sure Mac Jones? He runs like a 10-10-40. Like I
It's
don't
not
know.
about speed.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just-
No, that makes more sense.
He had a great. They
Like
did a
everything
run.
else.
They did a run and gun offense, and they did not have. And he had open lanes to run through the offensive line. I don't trust JJ McCarthy. I don't as a draft prospect. Second round, yes, I do. First round, no. I would get Michael Penix before I would do JJ McCarthy.
100%.
Are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this.
I'm ready. Are you ready for
This
this?
is-
Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun,
I'm
dun.
now projecting again, 15 years into the future. Most successful quarterbacks from this draft class. The headline will be Drake May number 1, Michael Penix Jr. number 2, and the rest have fallen off sadly.
I agree with everything, Gabe. We are so simpatico today. It's wild. You know what? You're off suspension from not being there for the Nebraska game.
You don't
You're
think
off. You're out
Caleb's
of
gonna gonna be in the league in 15 years?
I think we'll be in the league.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I
Like
just
he
don't
could
think he's going
definitely.
to have to be the what is it? I hate the term. Sorry, my bad. I hate the term generational talent. That I hate that term. There is only one generational talent in the league right now.
Yeah,
Who
that's
is that?
Mahomes. Yeah.
Patty.
No, just when you watch. Oh, sorry, you were.
No, you're good. Peppermint Patty. That's it.
No, just when you watch Caleb Williams last year at USC, I think it's going to be comparable to what his situation is going to be, regardless of where he ends up. And he is amazing, but he was too eager to leave the pocket and force too much because he knows he can. And I just see it being too much like Josh Allen. So everything was terrible team-wise at USC his last year. And I think that's going to be a reflection of what we see in his upcoming years.
Well,
Gabriel,
here's the thing.
love you.
Caleb might not be a winner in the NFL, but him being Josh Allen would still mean he'd be an MVP candidate. So
No,
That's
I
true.
didn't say I didn't say that. I said I think all like in terms of Josh
generational.
Allen's decision making, like I think that's what we're more likely to see from Caleb Williams, that aspect. But Drake May body type is more closer to Josh Allen.
And here's the other thing, and then I want to get you in on this as well. I want to get you back on this. Get you back in on this as well. I also will say it's not a matter of like Caleb Williams not being a star necessarily, but here's also the thing: what team is he going to most likely? Chicago.
Yeah.
Tell me the last team the last Chicago team that had a good quarterback. The answer to that is none. And if anyone says Jim McMahon, I'm going to punch them.
Jay Cutler.
And I'm going to punch them very hard, okay? Because they've never in the hunt. They were the first real team that's stayed consistent next to the Cleveland Browns. They've ruined every quarterback they've ever had, and except for Justin Fields, who's gotten close. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. Blessings, baby.
Yeah,
Blessings.
Charles. Have a good night.
2018 was their best quarterback.
Huh?
Who?
2018, Mitchell Trubisky. 11-3 at the starter.
Yeah, look at his stats. Look at his stats.
I'm saying
Excuse me. Hello, Jay Cutler. Hello.
Well, I'm most recent.
Kyle Orton. Hey, let's keep going. Kyle Orton, Rex Grossman. Let's keep going. Why not?
Right. I mean, but it's
Jim
easy to say.
Harbaugh.
It's easy to say, hey, this franchise doesn't have a good history of having quarterbacks.
They
so they're not
ruin
gonna have a good quarterback.
quarterbacks. It's an abyss. It's an abyss of quarterbacks. They ruin every quarterback they ever have. You know it's true.
I mean, we could have said the same thing about the Patriots before Tom Brady. It just takes one.
Drew Bledsoe was not.
It takes one player to change the narrative.
Drew Bledsoe was good. What? No.
Pro Bowler Drew Bledsoe.
I mean, Drew Bledsoe was really good. What are you talking about?
Who was the other guy that had? Doug Flutie, right? Was he good?
Oh, no, he was a backup, but he's still Doug Flutie. Hey, the guy on the erection pill commercials. There you go.
I'm saying it takes one quarterback to change that narrative.
Oh, you cannot deny that. You're right. I agree with that. You can't deny the Bears aren't the abyss of quarterback hell. Essentially, come on.
Yeah, but I think that it's not because of a franchise. I think it's just the lack of getting the right guy. If they get the right guy, they're gonna be fine.
I agree. It's just like when we said the Cubs could never win a freaking championship. It took that one team, and they finally won a World Series. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't want to see Drake May wind up on the Bears. I want him to be third. I'd rather be on the Patriots than be on the fucking Bears, because I don't want to see Mitch Trubisky, even because Mitch Trubisky had the softest skin compared to Drake. Drake May has thick skin. But don't go to the Bears. Please, God, don't go. Let Caleb Williams go to the Bears. Let him suffer.
But for you, Vin, like Caleb Williams is that good where he could overcome like all the issues on this current Bears team?
I think his ceiling is the second best quarterback in the NFL.
Who's the first?
Pat.
Oh, okay. I got you. Sorry. I thought you meant rookies.
Oh, no. I think his ceiling is that.
No, he's very good.
Fair. That's fair.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying
not to say hey,
don't get it twisted. Caleb, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Caleb Williams is not extremely talented. I'm not saying Jalen Daniels is not extremely talented. And I'm obviously I'm saying Drake May is extremely talented, but I'm saying it depends on the situation, like everyone, where they go. It's the situation they go to. Now, this is the question we had last night, and I won't go into it tonight, but we asked, and I asked, I should say, people and to this day are still arguing, would the Patriots, would they be wise to draft a quarterback in that situation if they have no infrastructure? I say, I think you have to. I think it's a requirement because you have to start with the most important position in team sports. I don't see any way around it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think you could get a veteran in there and do a 1-year bridge.
I think that it's not a requirement to start with the quarterback. You can, but it could also be the exact opposite. You could build up the rest of the team and then get a quarterback. That's not valid. I mean, that's basically what the 49ers did, and they almost won the Super Bowl. So got
I
close.
actually, because I don't want to rehash yesterday again, I want to, Vin, if you don't mind, you can either say it or I can say it. I really like your idea that you came up with for the 49ers.
You could do it.
Okay. So shout out to @TalkVinTalk. This is his idea. We're gonna call it the rotational QB solution. Just come up with a stacked roster everywhere. Worry about your quarterback last, and just keep bringing in those rookie deal quarterbacks whenever the time comes. You're great everywhere else. At the very least, you're competing for an NFC championship year in, year out, and you're saving so much money, giving you such a huge cap advantage. Shout out @TalkVinTalk.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Oh my god.
It's working. If you have a system that works, I think it's something that you could do. If you just get all pros around, just basically how the 49ers do right now, I think it works.
I like it.
It's so different.
Not bad. Not bad.
And besides, you got to be different in the NFL. Everybody's doing the same thing. Wherever you gotta dip a little bit.
I mean, Brock Purdy was this close to becoming a Super Bowl champion, man.
Right.
Oh god.
It almost worked. It's just that Pat Mahomes is just that good.
Mhm.
Other than that, they would have won.
It was a special teams play.
Yeah, that too.
Me while I'm hearing this. This is like hurting my soul while I'm listening.
Why? Because it's something that's not typically done.
Oh, I like it because it's unconventional and I think it could work. I do.
It could work. I mean,
Listen,
outside
Eric,
the
the
box.
problem with starting with the quarterback is that you throw him into this terrible ass team and then it doesn't help his development.
no, I get it. No, I get the logic. I do get the logic, but there's a huge difference here, though. Kyle Shanahan has an experience of taking we'll call it a mediocre to better quarterback. The best quarterback he ever had previously to that was Matt Ryan. And before that, it was Kirk Cousins or / RG3. Okay. So what happened once he left those situations? They floundered. He's just a very, very good coach. Not just, he is a very, very good coach.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about that. Can we agree on that? So Kyle Shanahan's a very, very brilliant offensive mind. And he also knows when to relinquish control on the defensive side, even though they just fired Steve Wilkes, but so do the Panthers. Who the hell am I to say? You have to build around a quarterback. It's the most important.
You don't have to.
I think you do.
If you have B pluses all around, I don't think you have to have a quarterback.
I think you do. I really do. But that's personal opinion. I'm not saying y'all are wrong because I don't think there's a right answer. But I just disagree. But I respect y'all's opinion, though. I mean, I don't think you're wrong necessarily. I just don't agree from an approach standpoint. That's all I'm saying. Damn, I don't know. Look at the Steelers. That's a great example. I mean, I don't know.
Rotational solution brought to you.
Steelers don't really have an elite roster though.
Yeah, I think you have to have somebody. You have to have an elite roster, and that's what the 49ers did. I mean, they have the left tackle. They have They have 2 wide receivers. They have
Tight end.
all-pro. Tight end. They have an all-pro running back.
No, I just think you need. I think the most important thing is you have to have an offensive coordinator / coach who has the understanding of this is the person that best fits in my system, and you set him up with the best surrounding system. I agree with that. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to. I mean, there is right and wrong, but I mean, it's saying like, but I hear what y'all are saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just not agreeing with you, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, it's like I don't think you're wrong, but I don't agree. If that makes you like,
it's a completely different thought process than what we used to.
I would approach it. I would approach it differently, but I respect what you're saying though, because the Niners have done it, and they continue to do it. They haven't won it, but they've continued to do it. So I understand where you're coming from. I mean,
I think the gap level between the 5th best, or maybe not the 5th, the 13th best quarterback and the 26th best quarterback, I don't think it's that big of a gap in terms of just overall, just individual talent.
I get what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying. It's just, I think this is what I love about football, specifically NFL and varsity. I want you to hear this as well, because I think you appreciate this also. It's a matter of, this is what I love about football, is the fact that it takes the collective good of everything. The coaches, right. There are so many coaches. There are the most coaches of any team or any team sport in a major American sports. And the quarterback is probably the most important position in any team sport, probably in the world, in my opinion. And it's the scheme to fit that is so crucial, man. Like, that's why I love Justin Fields. If I could trade for Justin Fields, and I love Bryce Young, I really do like Bryce. I love Bryce Young, and I want him to succeed. I would trade Bryce Young for Justin Fields. I would. I'm not joking. I'm serious. And I love Bryce Young, but I would trade for Justin Fields. Why? I like Justin Fields. Why? Because I just love. I think people are sleeping on Justin Fields, man. I really think they're sleeping on him. I think he's a star. I think Justin.
I'm not trying to be silly or whatever. Like, what actually do you like about his football aspect?
Here's the only thing I love Bryce Young. Bryce Young reminds me of a inexperienced Drew Brees when it comes to his pocket presence. But what I love about Justin Fields is, one, he reminds me of a smarter version and more mature version of Cam Newton. That's who he reminds me of. And when we had Cam Newton, he was an MVP. Granted, we had a different coach. Granted, we had a different owner. Dear God, I will admit. God, I wish we had a different owner now. But I love Justin Fields. I think he's a star, personally. And I love his stature. And I think he just needs a little bit of. He gets the right. Speaking of combinations of like quarterback, coach, offensive coordinator, I think especially that's why I want him to go to Pittsburgh. Arthur Smith is a great combination with him, because he used to coach Ryan Tannehill, and they would run a very similar system. What's up?
I don't understand how you're so high on Justin Fields if you're low on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had a better year statistically across the board than what Justin Fields did.
He had a safer year. He wasn't asked to do as much as Justin Fields was. Justin Fields was asked to do a lot more.
No, they called so many screens for Justin Fields too, though.
No, not just screens. He had to run the ball more. He had to take more hits. He had to actually play from behind.
In terms of his legs, yeah, I'll give you that.
No, he had to take a lot more punishment. He's no. It's Russell Wilson also was put into a situation to fail, just in the same way that Justin Fields was. But Justin Fields was different because Sean Payton wanted Russell Wilson to fail. Huge difference. He wanted Russell Wilson.
Actually, I disagree there on that point.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Like I think for sure that's what it ended up being. But I think what started it was Sean Payton saying, this is the only way to get the best out of Russell Wilson in his mind. I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying this is what he was thinking. And so that's why he went so conservatively. He's like, Russell Wilson just can't make the same throws that he used to. This is our best chance to win. Lean on the defense, hope for the best.
That's fair. I mean, that's very possible. And you know what? I don't know because I'm not inside of his head. It's a very
it's me projecting. Yeah.
No, it's a very distinct possibility. So I won't disagree with that. Vin, yet some comments. We lost varsity, but
I'll let him.
oh, there he is.
Hey, Josh.
What up, varsity?
Sorry, my computer died. I'm back.
No, it happens. It happens.
Welcome back, Josh.
Welcome back, varsity. Tell him not to call
Anyway,
you JV. You're not JV. You're varsity.
Thank you. So wait, what are we talking about? Quarterbacks?
We I think. Well, Gabe, I'll let you actually enlighten him.
I dropped off when you were talking about how Justin Fields is like the greatest player.
Oh my God! Stop.
I don't think I ever said that. But Gabe,
that's good for ratings, JV. That's good.
I don't think I ever said that.
That's good for ratings right there. I love it. Nah, so he said, we were basically comparing Wilson to Fields, and then he said that he wanted him to fail. Sean Payton wanted Wilson to fail, and I said, I just think Russell Wilson is kind of over the hump now, and he was like, well, I'm going to squeeze the best I can out of him and just pray to God that our defense only allows 10 points. We're going to win 13-10 every week if we can.
Yeah. Why would Sean Payton want Russell to fail? That doesn't make sense to me.
I can answer. I can actually answer that question. I mean, I can't because I wasn't in the room, but I will tell you why. I think at least conspiracy theories. No, this is what people think at least, and this is what I think as well. He came in. Russell Wilson had his own office. Yet he comes from a and I'm talking about Sean Payton comes from a Bill Parcells style of coaching. He is all about establishing dominance, being disciplinarian. Russell Wilson had his own office. He had his own he was distant and basically just separated from the team. And that's not how it should be in his head. And I don't disagree with him in this case.
Yeah.
And that's why he came in day one and said that shit's not happening. Without saying the word shit, but he pretty much did say that shit's not happening. And he laid it down, and you saw him berate him on the sideline every other game. And it was absolutely, I have to be honest, even I felt for Wilson. I did. I had to, because you don't do that in front of everyone. So it's a different game. You have to read the room. It's a different generation, a different game, a different player. You don't communicate the same way. It's the same way I do with youth basketball. You can't communicate the same way as you would. So that's why, but I think he even came in saying, I didn't draft this guy. I didn't ask for him. And he didn't really want him, but he had to at the moment because he was stuck with him. Now they have to pay him $39 million no matter what. And they have to pay him $59 million. If they keep him past the next 2 weeks. So that's where I'm coming from.
All right. I mean, to me, it sounds like they had a fundamental disagreement with just how stuff should be done. But the thing was, like, wanting him to fail is like, I don't know. It's just like it's a leap to me. It's like, I want my quarterback to fail and make me lose games and make me look bad. It's a problem with, like, if his quarterback fails, then he looks bad, right? So that's why I pause at that level,
I feel it. I guess I should rephrase. It's not that he wanted him to fail, but he wanted him to assimilate to his
unto his vision,
to his thing. But he expected it a lot faster, a lot more quickly than he was probably ready to do because it's not his actual style.
Right. That I can get behind. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, fair enough. That's what I should have said. I apologize. That's Vin, jump in.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that if you're going to compare Fields, I understand if you're doing it as not just in the vacuum as I'm doing it. I just think if you're looking for a 2024 best quarterback, I think Russell Wilson's better than Justin Fields.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Now, I'm not being condescending. Can I ask you your reasoning if I may?
100%.
He had 5%. He had a 5% better completion percentage, a better touchdown interception ratio, a better QBR.
The only thing Fields is probably better at this point is rushing, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
And plus, you also have the mind of Russell Wilson on the other center. So,
when you said a 1 year to the Pats with Wilson, I didn't say no.
Oh dear God!
Russell Wilson on the Patriots. I don't think we need that.
Really. Like you're saying, you don't think Fields has a way more upside than Russell?
I'm saying in just 2024.
Oh, just 1 year. Okay, all right.
Fields is on his fifth. He's on. He could get his 5th year option, but
it depends on where he goes. Again, this goes back to the team aspect of where does he go, who's his coaches, who are his supporting cast, etc., etc. I'm not as high on Russell Wilson as y'all are. I'm not as high as Russell Wilson as everyone else.
I mean, I'm not on Gabe's level. I'm not on Gabe's level of hating on Justin Fields, but at some point you got to look at the stats. 40 games played, 40 touchdown passes.
Yeah, but he was on Matt Eberflus's freaking.
Yeah, but there's quarterbacks that are on bad systems that still throw touchdowns.
Yeah, look at Jordan Love and look what he turned into.
Wait, what would it take?
I think that with a lot of these young quarterbacks, it's the system, but it's like, okay, at the end of the day, like the system does not determine everything. It definitely influences things, but
you don't think that Matt? All right, and I'm not going to turn this into an argument. I'm just curious because I'll ask a. It's not rhetorical. I'll ask a question for y'all's opinion here. You're a debate or not even a debate. Just give me an answer. Pat Mahomes went into a good situation. He got to sit behind a already very established quarterback and an established coach. I'm not saying that it would have not made him better or anything, but obviously he's the best player I've ever seen in my life. Anyone that disagrees is just weird. The other one is Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not. Jordan Love has a ways to go, but Aaron Rodgers, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep going down the line. Do you not think that? I don't know. I guess you don't think that makes a difference, though. System. You said system doesn't make it. System is a huge deal when it comes.
No, I didn't say it doesn't make a difference. I just said it's not everything. Also, you were talking about how they sat for a year. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about like the offensive system.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I mean, like, yes, I know Eberflus's offense is not exactly world class or whatever, but I think
he wasn't coaching Justin Fields his first year. Justin Fields had a different coach his first year. They didn't draft the same administration, including GM, did not draft him. The same GM did not draft him. The same coach didn't draft him. Eberflus came in, so he's had 2 different GMs, 2 different coaches, 2 different offensive coordinators. In fact, he's had 3 different offensive coordinators because they fired their offensive coordinator.
Well, that's what happens when you just don't have it, when you're inept up in front.
And they didn't have, and they had the worst offensive line up until this year, which our team and the Patriots also and the Jets decided to surpass. So, I mean, point is, I feel like he hasn't gotten a fair shake, though. I feel like if he gets,
I mean, at this point, we're going into year 4. You can't pay him.
He has a 5th-year option, though, and then you can pay him.
How much is his 5th-year option? Because there's you can't justify paying him if he has another year like this.
Pretty sure it's $40,000 or $40 million. Excuse me, $40 million.
$40,000. Holy shit!
Yeah, for real, right? For real, right? Well, I'll take 40,000.
25 million.
25. Okay, so what? That's not bad. It's not terrible at all. Especially on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has a very easy cap space. They just have to pay Mika Fitzpatrick. That's their main thing right now. They got to pay Mika Fitzpatrick, and they got to pay some offensive linemen. The Steelers would be a perfect place for Justin Fields. That's a perfect place. At least I think. Yes, please.
Have him get hit by Cleveland 2 times a year.
If I may.
Yes, you.
When I'm evaluating, appreciate it. Thank you. When I'm evaluating quarterbacks, I just look at how the game unfolds with my eyes. I don't tend to look at stats as much. I probably go 65 how they look in the game and 35 stats when I evaluate quarterback. So I'm not holding against him when he had 0.2 seconds from a broken O-line offensive line play and was then sacked. That I don't hold against him. What am I holding against him? All those times there were wide open receivers and he had a decently clean pocket for an NFL level and the ball was thrown in the turf. I'm counting all those times where he just missed wide open guys and refused to move on to a first, second, third, fourth progression. This is my most important thing.
That's fair.
He goes up on the podium and literally they ask him why the offense is struggling and he blames coaching. We all know, of course, it's coaching, but talk about athletes speak. That is something that you cannot say out loud. You cannot, as the face of your franchise, go up on that podium and have zero responsibility and blame the coaches for your lack of good play. So my only question left is, when's it going to be? Oh, Gabe's hating too. Oh, this is a pretty honest and pretty honest evaluation of Justin Fields.
I'm 100% on board with what Gabe just said.
No, hold on. Time out. I get what you're saying. For most quarterbacks, I haven't seen that from Justin Fields, and I know what you're talking about. I know the couple of press conferences, and I think you're taking him out of context. With respect, I see what you're talking about. He's actually overall, and this is why his teammates are really, really protesting for him to be there, because he is a very level-headed guy. He's very down to earth. He's very He's very chill. He just wants to play. I think what the interviews I think you're referring to, I think you took out of context with respect, but there are definitely other quarterbacks that do that, and I don't agree with it. I think you're right about that. I don't think Justin Fields is one to actually be able to put within context in that conversation. But that's what it is. That's it. I think he's a very high character dude. Oh, Vinny, sorry, or Vinny or Josh. That's all right. If y'all have anything to add, I'd love to hear.
I just want to say, because I've heard a lot of similar things with like Zach Wilson's discussions. Like, yeah, he had terrible situations, and then, but when you look at the tape, it's like there would be dudes wide open 20 yards on the field, and he doesn't even look their way, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just the player does always have accountability. There is always somewhat the quarterback's fault.
I agree with that. That's fair.
It's both. Usually the answer is both, and everyone wants to act like it's one. It's not one side. It's both sides.
I agree.
You can argue about which percentage is like more to either side, but I think with Fields and the Bears at this point, I do think he should go to another team. I agree with that. I don't think he's some lost cause either. I think he's super talented, but he should take a step back and sit for a bit.
That is I don't know about sitting. I don't agree with that, but I will say before I move on to Vin, I will agree with everything you said before that. I think that is a very cogent and keen observation, my friend. That was very, very, very well said. Very well said, Farsi. Very well said. That's true. Accountability goes everywhere. It's the thing about team sports, especially football.
Real quick, do you think Fields deserves to start right now based on body work?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I would start him on my team if it was an opportunity. Yes, I would. Personally, but that's just a personal opinion. But I love your take. That take was very, very well put. Very
Thank you.
well
Thank you.
put. Vincent, what about you?
Yeah, I
What do
think he's talented enough to compete for a job. I don't think wherever he gets traded, he should just be the guy. Unless he's going to a team that has no quarterback situation, if he gets traded to the Patriots, for example, right now, where if they're not happy with Mac Jones. Otherwise, I could really just see him being a backup. I mean, he has the talent, but he hasn't. He has the talent. He hasn't shown the tape.
So you don't think he would start pretty much off the bat if he went to Pittsburgh or Atlanta?
No, I don't think. I don't think. I think not in Pittsburgh.
It'd be a competition.
So with whom? Him and Pickett?
Yeah,
Really?
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yes.
also partially because of him being a pick guy.
Okay, well, we will not agree on that. So I won't argue with you, but I don't agree with it. I respectfully disagree. As a Pittsburgh fan, or as a Steelers fan, or a Panthers fan in this case, because I love Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young is actually going to have a breakout year. I'm not giving up on that. But
It's not hard to break out after.
yeah, you have nothing to lose, nothing hard to break out, you know. Ain't nothing, especially when your ticket prices, your douchebag owner just raised them 4%, even though for some weird reason. David Tepper's such a tool. God, he's such a tool. All right. Either way, this is a good conversation. All right, well, let's wrap this sucker up like prom night. Okay, here we're gonna go. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll do it on a fun note. This was actually a really good conversation. I didn't expect this. I love this show. This is a great conversation, and it wasn't even ugly tonight. All right, we had catharsis. We were respectful. There we go. Let's all do this and go to bed. Here we go. We're gonna do it with food again. Food. Let's do it with food. All right. Who likes Japanese food?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
I rock with it.
Do you like Japanese food, Vincent?
I don't think I ever had Japanese food. So
You're lying.
No hibachi, nothing like that.
yes. I didn't know that counted as Japanese food.
I think we have to right now for this.
Oh, dear God. All right, fine. You know what? I'm changing it. Y'all like soup? You like soup? There's like all sorts of soups. Is everyone cool with it? Soups.
I like chicken soup. I like lentil soup.
Hey! Don't do it yet.
I've
Don't
had
do it.
soup before. Yeah.
What's your favorite soup? Hey, what's your favorite fucking soup? Nah, I used a cuss word. What's your favorite fucking soup? Do it. What is it? Hey, I'm starting with Gabe because Vin's being all testy tonight.
I didn't think he was, but I'm gonna go with split. I love split pea soup with ham.
There you go. Hot or cold? That's actually a thing.
Honestly, I don't mind either. Obviously, you love it warm, but if it cools off and whatever right out of the fridge, I don't mind that.
There you go. All right, testy Vin. No, I'm gonna say Vin's not been testy, but he's always full of piss and vinegar. I don't know what his favorite soup is. He's showing off his new chrome dome tonight, and I'm jealous because I want one too. He's got a better shaped head than I do. I really wish I had a better shaped head like him. Like it's round. It's round.
To go into favorite soup, I would probably say just a simple tomato soup.
Ooh,
Very
tomato
basic.
soup.
Very basic, but
now you do cracked pepper with some croutons. You're just doing some like grilled cheese.
We're doing grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. There you go. That's like a cold day kind of thing. Grilled cheese. Oh, there you go. I like it.
The typical white guy meal.
Typical white guy. that is the typical. You know what? Chicken noodle I would call a typical white guy meal, but that's right there with it, though. That's right there with it.
Close second, though. I do like. Now I'm not Jewish. I'm not good with the pronunciation. Matzo ball.
Matzah. Oh, the Italian dude going with the Jewish meal. I love it. Matzah balls. Hey, I actually never had it. I might have to try it one day. I'm with you. All right. Varsity. What you got?
Give me a good. I get a good chicken soup with a little bit of broccoli in there. Just very 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 warm broth. You know, I'm good with that, especially on a cold day or if you're sick or any of that. It hits. So
all right, I'll do this. I got to be real. If it's summer, I'm going to gazpacho. If it's warm, I'm going with potato. Like potato soup, baby. Potato leeks. Not like the big old lumps and stuff like that. Potato leek soup. I've actually
because this conversation always goes to Chili's. Apparently, that's my wife's order is the baked potato soup.
I didn't know they had one. Oh wait, sorry. I didn't know they had one. So.
Where I get my authentic Mexican.
I gotta go to Chili's. It's just happening. It's happening.
I gotta get a Chili's sponsorship.
We should get a Chili's sponsor. Yo, Dusty. Yo, Dust. Forget about it. We're getting a Chili's sponsorship here. Hey, will you hear your family? All right. Actually, I don't even know if that's what it is.
Olive Garden.
Is that Olive Garden? Okay.
Dude, Olive Garden is so freaking mediocre, man. I'm sorry.
It is.
You know, Olive Garden sucks. Carrabba's is the way to go if you're gonna go Italian chain restaurants.
I've never been at Carrabba's.
Ooh, you should. Ooh, their bread and olive oil. And you get the mezzaluna. It's the stuffed half shell or the stuffed half raviolis with the chicken, ricotta, and spinach. Oh, and the rosa sauce. Okay. All right. Now I'm hungry. All right. Again, this is why I love this show because we get to talk about awesome things. Guys, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, Vin, who has the best shaped head compared to me with the bald self. Vin, come on. Teach me how to round myself out. Because you have a very, bald people look better when they look like Vin. That's what I'm saying. All right. It's just true. I don't know. All right. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for watching America. We're going to go. We had a very diplomatic show. We didn't argue. We debated. We agreed. And in fact, we did not exacerbate, but we relate and we love it. That's how you rhyme, by the way, everyone. I'm saying you. All right. Everyone, take it easy. Hey, subscribe. Everything Total Apex. Subscribe to Live and Good 09. Living Good 09 depends on how you want to say it. At Big Ten Gabriel. At Hawk Vin Talk. And at Josh Valdez. Is that a 100? 100. You gotta say 100. 100. Josh Valdez, 100. There you go. I had to say it right. There you go. And everyone else, we love you. Take it easy. Have a great night, okay? Everyone be safe. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.
Got boys.
Later.